Namaste all. Hi. Yesterday I said I am not satisfied. So that I am resuming the topic of science. Yesterday I was specially talking about medicine, medical science. Today I wish to talk about the other branches as per my knowledge permits. That's all. Yeah, we all know Isaac Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, a great man. He invented gravity or discovered. Once the boy Newton was sitting under a tree, an apple tree. Apple fallen down straightly on his head. He got so painful and took the apple and looked up and thought that why the apple doesn't go up. He did the research on coming days and discovered that earth has a certain gravity, certain power. It's called gravity. Yeah, we all know that. So are you ready to think before Newton there was no gravity? Nobody were walking or sitting or lying down. I want to ask. So he just discovered. Now, I take your attention on to Bharatiya Purana Bhagavata and into Panchamaskandha, its fifth canto. In that, in a chapter, it's narrated about the gravity. And you don't think it's in only Bhagavata, a lot of texts has talked about gravity. So, what is the relevant? What is the relevant thing in Newton's theory? I cannot say anything. I can't see. And Einstein also. I respect him. I admire him. I fancy him. Einstein was in saying that there is an energy. There was an energy to be created first. After days, science said, no. It was sound to be created first. As to be created first. NASA declared that the sun rays having a particular sound, and they also added the sound resembles with Omkaram. In India, if we start any ritual things, we only start with this sound. And we can call it naturally the sound of the sun. In Rigveda, there is a sutta called Saurya Sukra. there is a prize to the sun saying that Hridrogam Mamanashaya, my heart disabilities, O sun, you may cure, you may destroy. Where? In Rigveda. Historian says we cannot assess the age of the Rigveda's time. When the Rigveda got in about that time, we cannot say. The historian says that. When it got recited first, we cannot assess. So it's too old. In that Rigveda, rishis were praying before sun to cure my heart disabilities. So isn't that a science? And that proves the rishis were aware of science. You won't agree? And you need proof? Yeah, I am a Rigveda Upasaka. I can say that. There is so many mantras. Mainly our ancestors worshipped 4 types in our language. Resources: sun, water, fire, and earth. Also air. So there 5 of them. Sky, sun, air, fire, water, earth. You think without these 5, can anybody sustain? Sun, water, and the god of water is Varuna, and god of fire Agni, as it's called. Then earth, Bhumi also. Without these 5, a human, not human, nor any beings, any species can sustain here, can live. So they knew that, and they fixed it, because we have to pray before them. In Gita, Sakshal, the great Bhagavan Sri Krishna had said that, Arjuna, this is not my words. I give courtesy to my ancestors, rishis, for these words. I am just quoting them. So, can you say these all are not sciences? You will say only which Einstein says, only which Stephen Hawking says to be called as science. So I have differences in that. My thoughts always goes with practical things. And I think if you can uplift your soul by something, please adapt that. adapt your activities with that. And rather, we have to adopt such things. I am very practical, very positive, and I want to be always. So there is no help of science to emerge ourselves. I don't see, because I am not much good in science, but I am not in a bad position. In my profession, I am having a good reputation and not bad reputation. I don't say I am becoming, so I became with the help of any sciences. Yes, the only science. I believe, I depend, and I worship Bhagavata and Vedas, Rig Veda. So here I want to say that you don't get bored with my speech. As per my experiences, I criticize all these. So science must be to promote creativity, to promote civilization in your life. So this is the Indian specialty, I think. You may be in America or Canada or anywhere else in this globe, but you can see a difference between Indian custom and rest others. In India, we interact with any people. That's the biggest problem for the society now. And interact in a social distance. Our rishis have said, get detached with attachment. Get attached with detachment. This is the beauty of Indian custom. And my Rishi was the first one who was speaking about social distancing. When you physically get one or face to face, when you get within a certain circle, when you push out your air by talking something, there could be viruses also, which can be infected very badly. And my Rishi saw that. Our Rishis saw that. So that they said, body is nothing, but body is bad and body is cheating. Don't get obsessed with the body only. There is a soul inside you, and get the souls mutually one. So I only believe in that science, the science which can cure, which can treat you, which can lead you forward. That is psychology, especially Indian philosophy based on psychology. So be there. When talking about social distance, please don't claim we are the first one. When talking about detachment, please don't say. When talking about isolation, please don't say we are the first. Because in our custom it's already there. And everything in our custom is very scientific. Now we are in an age of living together and dating, something like that. Somebody is in love with you, then you give your hand to him or her and goes to his or her home. Being one, you are leading the life. One day you get bored, then say goodbye. We will be a good friends now onwards. Then reach out to another person he or she loves. Then give your hands, being with them for some days. In cow cattle, we can see that. And animals, their life is so. Dogs, cows, elephants, any kind of animals, they don't have certain rituals. Then they don't have to go a register office and register your life. So you are asking, then why us? Then why human being? And that is the specialty of human being. I am strictly against that. You should have a custom in a manner by which you get a human being, a human life. Rest of all inhuman, I believe, I think. So what I am going to say, in marriage, in education, in marriage and in a married life, and in a renouncement also, there is a science in Indian custom, Indian culture, Indian tradition called Brahmacharya, Garihasthya, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. You may know that. Why all this designed? God designed. Because you have to become a human ultimately. Neither by your thought nor by your body, but by your activities, your actions. In any religion in India, there is a custom to marry. Traditional custom. A traditional custom to educate, to take education, rather to study. A traditional custom to live with a family. And also a traditional custom to leave a family. And also a traditional custom to renounce your any relationships. So I here separate Western science and Indian science. I will say, yeah, also there are errors in Indian science also. Swami Vivekananda ji have once said that if we have to correct our tradition, we should correct. That's the style of Hinduism. If we need a correction, we will do that, and we had do that. We had done that, because there is no any ecclesiastic leadership in Hindu That's the difference. So science is good for creativity and to lead ahead your life. If a science. In Dvitiya Skandha Bhagavata, Shri Shuka has said that. What? Are you got so many lakes, so many streamlets to drink the water, to take bath. You got caves to live. You got fruits to eat. And you got tree skin to dress, to attire. Then why you, in the name of civilization, you building up buildings? In the name of civilization, you take a car. In old days, our ancestors had walked thousands of kilometers. Even in Himalayas, at now, we can see that such sages. They are taking walk to cover any area. They can walk. What about an ordinary person? In today's life, he cannot walk, so that he got sick at the earlier age, at the youth. So Shastras, sciences should convert your mind, should convert your mindset. We have Shastras, Sankhya, Yoga, Vastu, Gandharva. Every part of in a human life, there is a science for us to move forward. That's why Western men derided us. Not now, early days. Now they are realizing the grace of Indianism, and they wish to come over here and to get converted. So Indian sciences are always creative. I will not say always, but in a big extent. In our ancestor science is good for humanity. They are restricted from some doings the human being. There is a reason for that. Otherwise, we will become a cattle or a sheep or a dog or a monkey. So to be a man, we have to get restricted at some extent. Don't flee anywhere. So that the science restricted Indian human being. Even now, yeah. Even now. Or especially even now. Today, across India, a protest burst out to quit China. Why? We got a belief. We are in a belief now that we can move ahead without anyone's help in this world, but we want to go with them only. Rather, we are a big brother. We are a master of the world now. Why? The power of Indian science. Now more and more things getting revealed from so many parts of this globe, from Germany, from England, from America. And you know something, in any organization there is an Indian at a top level as a top brass. Why? So India is everywhere. Indianism is everywhere. So science, all types of science, as I concern, should be creative. Neither a boss nor a destructive factor. Science should not be a boss before you, because you live with science. Rather, science is used by you. You don't use science. That is the difference between India and other parts. That was I am saying. We use science to promote, rather to better our life, surroundings and environments. That is the difference. So science is all, scientific things only are believable. Rest of all vulnerable, I don't think so. And to substantiate anything, we need science help, and I don't think that also. Our substantial matters, I think, are in our mind. So you put the treatment to your mind first. Then all we get cured. So I don't deny science. Please don't misunderstand my words. You may think so. What a man he is. Are you being in 18th or 17th century? You may ask, but strictly I am saying, maybe I am far ahead than you. So, science is science, I agree with that. But don't ask scientific proof more in your life. In a YouTube talk, we can only do this kind of talks. If you come with me personally, I can argue. I can argue down you. So, use the science for good things like this. Use your knowledge, scientific knowledge, to prove something positive to the society. And be a scientist for a world, not for a section, not for a faction, but for a world. So science is good when it used on that way, when it get used on that way. Only then. Otherwise, this thought, which thought science only can do that, can. That thought will worsen your mindset, your personality. And today also I am not satisfied. I have more to talk with you, but that will be boring. So from tomorrow we will talk. We will meet with a new subject, education. I was saying three elements: history, science, education, which misleads, which can mislead you, which can mislead you also. So that's all for today. Goodbye, good day, Jai Sri Krishna.